Poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Good evening, good evening. Thank you for tuning in to Martin's Voice, Protect Our Future Family, Poof. Well, today we're going to do something a little different. I don't have my co-host, but we have some questions and different things. And Freddie, if you can join in with some questions, sure appreciate it. Since we have elections coming, you know, that we're in the process of elections, we want to talk about discrimination. We want to talk about as far as our history. Speaking with some people in the community, I've spoken to quite a few people throughout the years and throughout being in business for over 30 years. And what I've found out is that years ago, back in the 50s and the 60s and stuff, when I'm talking to people, we had so many black-owned businesses. We had banks, we had stores. We all catered to one another. We all, it was like our little town. And then when they came in and desegregation, I want to know how you feel. Did it really help us or did it hurt us? Because with us basically being there for each other, now it seems like our race is not there for each other. We can offer the same opportunities in business as any company. I have a numerous amount of businesses that are on my website. They're all black owned and they're all debt free. But my thing is, did discrimination actually help our race, or did it, did it help it or did it hurt it? Now we have things that are going on in the community, and if you look at it, we're going backwards. So if we came back to the same thing that we had years ago, we won't be in the same position that we was years ago, because people don't talk to, and they don't go to the same businesses. I advertise on WCGL, but I've had other radio stations that have came to me and wanted me to go with their company or their radio station. But I'm all into supporting black-owned businesses. So that's basically what our topic is, what we want to talk about today. Freddie, you got any questions for me today?
Oh, yeah, first of all, we have a lot of questions. I know that we have piqued the interest of many of our listeners out there on this afternoon. May want to call in and, of course, join in with the conversation. We want to open up the phone lines, and of course, that's a very, very important and interesting topic that you've come up with on this afternoon. Well, you know, a lot of times when people talk about supporting black business, you know, it has been always a tradition for us to support black business. And even in the neighborhood, you know, I see many of our lawn maintenance people coming through the neighborhood, and I see only African Americans being hired. Yet I see many rolling through that I don't see, because I live in a predominantly African American neighborhood.
Okay.
And I don't see many other races other than black-owned lawn businesses doing lawn work. I think there is a sense of maybe guilt if we don't give the black man and all black woman, there's some women out there doing lawn work too.
Correct.
Give them an opportunity to do so. Maybe there's a sense of guilt that comes over you.
I don't know, because I live in a neighborhood where it's mixed. Every other house is black owned, and when I first moved there, the neighbor came over to me and she asked me, she says, "Are you renting or are you buying?" And I said, "I'm buying." She said, "So you're staying?" And I said, "That's the plan." That is the plan.
That was a two-way question.
Yeah. So I later found out they wasn't very friendly, you know, or whatever, until one day her husband fell out in the yard, and I went over there and helped her, and from that moment on he started speaking, and I was like, okay, I had to come over and give you CPR basically to get you to speak, you know. But my thing is that when I was speaking to quite a few people, one thing that it piqued my curiosity, because of the fact that a gentleman told me that his wife was light complexion, and he's a darker complexion. And our very own church, a church here in Jacksonville, I won't say the name, but he was not allowed in the church because he was of a darker complexion. Now, it was a black church, but have we gotten so, we've gotten past that now in certain aspects, but when we look at the capability of a person, look at the capability of the person and not the name of as far as saying that business is black owned. Now, I have people that know that I do insurance. And when they find out that the company is black owned, they kind of say, well, I'm going to go with this company over here. Okay, but we're all state regulated, whether you're black, white, purple, or green. So why should it matter whether a company is black owned or white owned, so to speak, or Hispanic owned, or it doesn't matter. It's the matter of professionalism and that you provide a service. Now, that's the only thing that I'm like, we need to get out and vote, because if those little bitty things are making your decisions in today's society, we're in trouble. Because, like I said, we catered to one another back in the day. We don't cater to black-owned businesses now. And I'm saying black-owned businesses because of the fact that I know someone that has a clothing line, and they love the clothes. People buy the clothes, but they'll buy Coach and MKs and all this other stuff, which is not original, genuine leather. And they love the product. But once they find out that a couple people found out that the company was black owned, they didn't want it. They wanted to negotiate the prices. Why is that?
Well, I tell you what, let's get out. That's a very good question. And we really need to hear from our listeners on this afternoon, because you're really putting out some things that make you want to think, make you go, So 766-9285, 766-9285 is the number to call if you'd like to speak to Minister Yolanda Austin James. He is bringing up some very, very important topics on this afternoon. But I just want to drop back just a little bit and say how important it is for us to get out and vote. And I do see a surge in black voters getting out to vote during this midterm election.
Yes. And I'm loving it, because we had an incident in Georgia a few months ago. Well, not even a few months ago. Right at the beginning, where a busload of people went to go vote, and they disencouraged them to vote. And now they have, when they showed the statistics, it had tripled the amount that they did in 2016, and I was like, glory. So we really need to vote, because we're going to be in trouble if we don't.
That's right.
And it's not about, oh, my vote don't count. Yes, it does.
You'll be surprised.
Yes, it does.
You'll be surprised how much one vote can determine the outcome of an election that has been proven time and time again. All right, let's go to the phone lines. We have a listener calling in, and they want to share their thoughts with us. Good afternoon to you. Live on the air. Go right ahead.
How you doing, sir?
All right, real good, sir.
Where's the young lady that was on?
Hello, I'm here.
She got off the air yet?
No, sir, she hear you. Go right. She hear you loud and clear. Go right ahead.
Go ahead. I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay, the reason that they want to negotiate something when they come to a black business, I think it's how you set your business up. I think it's how you...
No, it's...
Wherever you put your business, don't put it in a black neighborhood. I'm just, not coming down on our people.
Yeah, but no, that's not the case, because the fact that...
You be in a position to make money, and a lot of times we want to cater to our people, but when we come to our neighborhood, and I know quite a few people with businesses, they want to negotiate a price.
Mm-hmm.
So my price is what it is.
Right.
It's just, you don't go to J.C. Penney's and tell them that.
That is true. That is true.
What we have to do is get in a position to not only with the business, but in our pocket, not to be able to negotiate.
Right.
We don't even receive that.
Okay. That's true.
That's basically what I want to say.
Okay.
It's a lot of businesses here could be up, but another thing we don't sit together.
That is true. And thank you for calling, because you have hit it the nail on the head in a lot with the point I wanted to make. Thank you.
All right,
Okay.
calls coming in. Let's see if we can take another call quickly. Thank you, sir, for calling in. Okay, we got another listener on the line. Go right ahead.
Yes, hi, this is Sister Johnson. How you doing?
All right. Thank you for calling, Sister Johnson.
All right, so let me get to the meat of the matter. The meat of the matter is, way back in the 1900s and the 20s, when they started brainwashing our people
Yes.
that they don't have quality or
Yes.
they're not equal to this or that, and what they do or make, it won't be no quality either. It goes back to that brainwashing, and it's still
Yes.
here.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
When you have a bad experience with one brother, you take it out on
Oh,
all. You get a bad
yes.
product or
Yes.
a shoe that was half price and then they tore up early, then they just stay away from them all. It goes back to bad experiences and the brainwashing on what the Caucasians say we can't do and how we're not worthy
Right.
of this and that. It goes back to the foundation of what they started. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Johnson. Thank you, Sister Johnson. Exactly. But we can buy something from a store, a white store or whatever, and it be of poor quality and it tear up, and we'll go back to that store and buy another pair of shoes. But exactly.
All right, you got the phones ringing off the hook here this afternoon.
Thank you.
Go right ahead, listener. All right, go right ahead.
Go right ahead.
Oh, is that me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir, go right ahead.
Okay, I would like to say I think it's a combination of things. It's also, we have to take some of the blame ourselves, and I'm just going to be honest, because many times we have black businesses that want us to patronize them, but they don't give the same service, so they feel that we should patronize them just because they're black.
That's
we
true.
also need to give good quality service.
That is
and
true.
good quality products.
That is true.
I don't think that, I'm 53, so I don't think that, personally, I went to school on the north side, right where I grew up at first grade. Then they bused me over to Love Grove for second through sixth.
Okay.
Second through fifth. I think that was a good thing, but what I learned, I brought it back to the community. That's the difference. I think we need to have that diversity
Yes.
growing up, but if we can bring that back to the community, those things that we've learned, and help each other from there, because I live in a predominantly white neighborhood myself, but I have not forgotten where I came from, so I go back and help the YMCA when I get a chance, or volunteer on the north side, even though I don't live over there.
Yeah.
Those are my comments, but we just need to do better ourselves also.
That is true. Thank you. Thank you for calling. That is exactly, everybody is hitting right on the points that I wanted to make, as far as that we want people to cater to the black business owner, but we, in some cases, some of them don't do the professionalism, and they don't have that quality of service. But if they do, then you need to patronize them. If they are providing the service that you can get from any other company that you need to provide, you need to cater to them. As far as, and once you do get out of or get to a certain time, you need to give back. I'm not even originally from Jacksonville, but I volunteer in Jacksonville all the time. I go home and volunteer, and I teach young people entrepreneurship, because it's all about them being able to provide for themselves, going to school and learning a trade, and then being able to go out on their own, because there is no job security.
Against the clock right now, but the phones continue to ring off the hook. Minister Yolanda Austin James, I'm sure you would take these calls off the air, because our listeners are really participating in the topic at hand on this afternoon. There seemed to be a great interest in what you brought up on this afternoon. But we got to wrap it up now, but I'm sure that you'll hang around and take calls off the air. The number to call to speak to Minister Yolanda Austin James, she's here in the studio, 9285. That's 766-9285. Any closing comment before we get out of here, Minister Yolanda Austin James?
And thank you for everyone for calling in and tuning in to Martin's Voice and Poof, Protect Our Future Families. Please visit our website at keepthedreamsalive.org if you have a business and would like us to advertise on there. And please vote. Thank you. See you next week, same time, same channel.
Thank you so much, my friends, for joining us this afternoon for the radio broadcast live with Minister Yolanda Austin James. Mind's Voice, keep the dream alive. Again, join us on next Thursday at 3:30, when once again we'll bring you their radio ministry. Let's continue with more of the best in good gospel music. It's a Thursday afternoon. You hear with Brother Freddie Rhodes on the afternoon power drive. Charles Jenkins, Fellowship Chicago, joins us next. And you know what? I can't turn back.